It's been a real stressful time and a real aggravating time just thinking about all the crap I have to go through and just thinking about the things that happen in my life now. As some of you guys know, pretty much, my mom's trying to sell the house or whatever, and it's been extremely depressing. It's been extremely annoying. Just going through just every other day, somebody's trying to come to the house, somebody's trying to see the house, somebody's trying to mess with the house, somebody's trying to do this, do that, and the third. And it's just very, very, very annoying and inconvenient. And it just becomes, just like damn, is today the day I gotta go, clean up a room or clean up this bathroom or try to keep the bathroom clean, but then I get sick and I throw up on the place, and and then I gotta clean that up, and then you gotta hurry up and rush, and these people come in here, and these people kind of looking at you crazy, and they be on some low key, just as soon as they see you, they start acting funny. It's just crazy, bro. But recently, my mom pretty much she had to sell on the house. Like there was people from Seattle. They seen the images online. They came all the way out here, and they came to see the house. And they came the first time. There wasn't that many people. It was just like me in the backyard of my auntie. And they seemed cool at first, and then they came back. But they came back when it was a full house. A full house full of black people, and these people were kind of like you know. Um, Indian, if you want to say that, Indian whitish, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense, like I guess the woman's Indian and the husband's like a white guy, whatever. But long story short, they basically don't want to get the house no more because they said that there's a tree in the backyard. It's not even in our backyard; it's in the neighbor's backyard. But you know how like the branches and stuff come over to ours, and it was like. And I was thinking, well, how come we don't just cut that part? You know what I mean? But they talk about, you got to have the city to do it. You need permits and all that. I'm like, what kind of crap? And then, like, the way the tree is growing, the tree's growing it's growing like on the outside of the wall, and it's coming like into the inside of the wall. It's weird how this tree is growing. Like, the tree, it's on the other side where the neighbors are at, but it seems to be growing through the brick walls, almost like breaking the wall down and growing underneath. And that's the reason. And they said that's the reason why the people didn't want to buy the house. But I think the real reason is because we're black, and no one wants to buy a house from black people when they see a bunch of black people living in a house, and they ain't trying to give hundreds of thousands of dollars to a house to black people. You know how people are. I'm sorry if you unsubscribe. Go ahead and unsubscribe from me. I don't give a fuck. I lose subscribers all the time. I don't give a damn. I gotta speak the real. I gotta be real. I'm tired of the fake shit. Go watch the Fox News, Donald Trump, and watch them. They lie in your face. You don't say nothing about that. Now, I truly believe it's because we're black. Because every time people come over, they see our skin color and they start acting funny and weird. These people wanted to get the house at first. They were going through the paperwork, and then all of a sudden, when they see a whole house full of black people, then all of a sudden they want to say, "Oh, it's because there's a tree growing back there, and that's going to be a problem." As if you're going to buy the house, and what's going to happen? Like, I think it was going to be a company buy the house, and they were going to rent it out to somebody or something like that. It was like some grandfather owned his own company. He was going to buy the property or something like that. He's going to give it to like his son or whatever, or something like that. I don't know all the details, something like that. But all of a sudden they don't want to get the house, and it's just like damn. And then it's like, you know, you try to talk to females online, and I know it's brutal for us. Every now and then we get lonely. But I made a promise to myself in 2021 never to do that again. But recently, you get lonely. So trying to talk to these girls, on Plenty of Fish and these little dating websites, and it's just you think you're going somewhere, and then it's like yeah. I'm a 34-year-old loser still living at home with his mom, doesn't have a driver's license, doesn't have a car, doesn't have no job, doesn't have no income, doesn't have anything, just, pretty much neats at home until it's time for him to go do something, I guess, so I'm forced to do something. Yeah, I have nothing to offer a female, but I got this dick. You know what I mean? I gotta be real, shit, That's one thing I say that I'm kind of proud of, and one thing I wish I could be a porn star. I wish I can get paid the fuck. Just imagine having sex with these pretty young girls and then get paid thousands of dollars. I would love to have sex with a bunch of 22-year-olds, a bunch of 20-year-olds, a bunch of 23-year-olds, 24-year-old, 25-year-old females. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Let's be a damn porn star. Let's be a rock star, But I don't know, lately, man, I just been feeling like all these type of weird emotions, and I think next week I gotta go to the goddamn Social Security's office. I ain't got no money to buy my clipper. I think my mom, I think she threw away my clippers, that I used to cut my hair, I stopped going to the barber shop a while back. I just cut my own hair, and now I can't find my clipper. I think my mom threw them away because she's always in a panic and a frenzy when she's cleaning up and people coming over and stuff. And I think she threw away my clippers, and now I ain't got no money to get no damn clippers. I seen some on Amazon. They're like $13, so I gotta try to get $13 and try to get that. Just get the cheapest clippers I can get. I just need to cut my hair, So I gotta deal with that. They got to deal with I was talking to somebody online and it just went left. The person just ghosted me. I'm like, God damn, like I thought you liked my poetry. I thought you, and that told me, I was like, bro, I'll never ever talk to no bitch online again. It always fails. These hoes, they always, like, you understand, you talk to a girl online, she always talking to somebody else. They're gonna lie to you and say, no, I'm not talking to nobody else, just you. And you're a fucking liar, and you know you're lying. You know, it doesn't matter if the girl's a janitor, if the girl does, she if she just, collect dust from a pan. She's a female. There's gonna be somebody that wants to fuck her. If her boss at work, if her boss at work yells at her or something like that, and she's another female, whatever. At the end of the day, you can find you a man. Men get yelled at work, yelled at home, and yelled at by fucking whatever spirits and demons haunt their home. It's brutal. I don't know, man. I just feel like this life is just trying to squeeze all the happiness from us. Because now, my mom, now she's in a bad mood. Now she's not happy, and then she has to sell this house because the person's going to raise the rent up. I'm just like, God damn. And you guys go to church every single Sunday, and good shit still doesn't happen. you know, you know. And it goes to show you, man, that whoever runs this universe, whoever's the mastermind behind this particular dimension, is an evil bastard. I can't emphasize that enough. And some people say that, I got a few emails telling me, hey man, we gonna make videos on those bops. I'm like, you know what? I may make another video on that if I kind of get in the mood again, But it's just like, the reason why I make those videos. Some people say that, don't make those videos because there's no point. But it's like, yeah, there is a point, because there's men out there that are 18, 20 years old. They don't know that all these females have tricks and these females be lying. They don't know that. These guys, you understand, the black pill is small. That's why a lot of us, we get a few thousand subscribers and become like, and then everybody knows you, who you are. They hate you or like you. Either they don't like you, either they subscribe to you. But I used to watch them. Now I don't watch them anymore for whatever arbitrary reason. Okay, cool. Unsubscribe and go to somebody else. Ninja, I don't give a fuck. I don't make these videos. I don't, like I said, bro. Before I was kind of listening to other people talking in my ear, talking about views and all that. But I was like, bro, I didn't start making videos for fucking views. I made videos as a way to ease my tension. If you listen to what I'm saying and you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. If you don't like what I'm saying, if it gets repetitive, if you don't like it, then go to somebody else, nigga. You know what I mean? You got so many good people that make content. Go to them, nigga. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a regular average guy that's going through hell in life. That's just recording his experiences. You fuck with me, you fuck with me. You don't, you don't. Simple. I ain't begging for nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I had a whole life before this YouTube channel. This YouTube stuff is new. I was going through hell by myself without a damn channel. You know what I mean? Talking to the walls, talking to the demons in the halls, and talking to everything. I didn't have a YouTube channel for a long time. This is a new thing to me. I'm glad, it's cool, but at the same time, bro, it's like, I gotta keep speaking real, I can't, oh man, I don't want to say that because, not all my viewers may go, nah, nigga, I gotta say what I go through. I'm not filtering shit because in real life, when I go out into that real world, you think those people that are against me, my enemies, do you think they're gonna have mercy on me? No. Point blank, period. Nah. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just want to get this little rant out or whatever. It's just, I don't understand. I feel like my family is cursed, because like we never get anything good. Like we never get any type of true financial money. Like, I hear about all the time. I hear about people, their grandmother died, their grandpa died, and they get left with like $2 million in the will. And sometimes it'd be family battles with that, where some ninja would take all the money and then doesn't want to give it back to his family. Like that happens, I hear horror stories and I hear good stories where people just get money. They just get blessed with wealth. They get blessed with like the most amazing jobs you can ever imagine. I'm talking about like, I remember a couple of years ago, I used to be obsessed with like watching these girls on TikTok. They'll have these easy ass jobs like a dog walker, or a yogurt mixer. It's like, what the fuck? Like these were real actual jobs, like for these rich people. But like it's like a agency you got to go through. You got to be qualified. And you got to be pretty much a white cute girl. I'm just gonna be real with you. They didn't have no ninjas doing that. You got to be a pretty white girl, and you go through this little agency, and then they have you working in rich people's houses, being like a little maid. I'm sure sexual exchanges were made as well, but they don't talk about that now, do they? Of course not. The dirt's always hidden in the shadows and never the light. But I don't know, man. I just feel like there's something about my family when it comes to money. The demiurge, he's cursed me and not want me to have money. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. You know, I try to rap, I get no money. I try to make beats, I get no money. I try to make a YouTube channel, I blow up, and you got idiots coming out of nowhere making videos about you, and you have a bunch of more idiots believing the lies they put in the videos, and I'm not gonna watch him no more. Well, fuck you too then, ninja. You know what I mean? You gonna make a channel and bring it up from scratch. You gonna make a channel and get 1,000 subscribers. You go get a channel and see how hard it is. You know, dealing with trolls and racists and bastards, and then dealing with your own emotions and your emotional fluctuations, and then dealing with everything else and all these other damn sexual sensations, and you can't sedate your sexual sensations. You can't have no sexual alleviation, just more obliteration and irritation and agitation. You know, this is not easy, man. You know, making these videos, it may seem low effort to some people, but to me, just getting up out the bed and walking takes a lot of energy. For me to just be able to speak and try to record, it just takes a lot out of me, man. Especially when you're depressed like this. And I just feel like I'm cursed. I'm cursed never to, the curse I have is never to ever have full control of my talents, never be around people that can help me achieve my talents, and never be able to make a lot of money so I don't have to work these 9-to-5 jobs that's just soul crushing bullshit. That's the curse that I'm under. Never being able to show my true talent and being around the wrong people showing your talent. So you never cast your pearl among swines. Point blank, period. A lot of people in this black pill community don't have no talent, sad to say. A lot of people in this position are assholes and they deserve to be in this position. They want to stalk other incels. They want to make videos on people. They want to try to start drama, start beef, and do dumb shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about people who are, this I don't know, I'm not gonna even add fire to it. I don't care about stupid shit. Point blank, period. I just mind my business and stay out the way, man. I just made this little video just to make a little video because I'm just angry. I'm just tired of all these disappointments in life, and then dealing with my skin color configuration. And I know that a lot of people that watch me are not of the same skin color configuration, but you feel me. You know what it is. You know what I mean? You're an ugly person. You're a person that's rejected. You should know how it feels like to be rejected based on your looks, based on something you can't change. Now imagine being, having my skin color configuration, you know what I mean? And everywhere you go, people despise you. They don't even know you. They hate you, You know how many people came over here, I think it was like a week and a half ago, this couple came, whatever, and this girl brought her sister. They were pretty young. Like I say, the guy had to be at least he had to be around my age, 31, 28, 27, something like that, around that age range. And the girl's a little younger. And I think one of them was his girlfriend. I think she brought her sister. And they were they were all frolicking around in the backyard, with their glasses on and stuff. Then when they came and seen me, they kind of stopped and frowned. And I can tell the guy got kind of scared, oh, there's a ninja back here. Let me protect these pretty innocent white women. You know what I mean? Damn what he knew. Yeah, I love white women. Hell yeah, white women, yes. My total, yeah, I like white women, but I ain't trying to attack your white women. I'm just back here, on the phone minding my business, G. Yeah, do I like white women? Of course. I think part of the reason is because I come from a race that's a slave race. You know what I mean? At least in the current times, and the white girl just like a goddess compared to me. There's definitely something like that going. There's definitely some insecurity with that, self-hatred, insecurity, whatever you want to say. There's definitely something. But if you come from a society that makes you hate yourself, this society is designed for you to hate yourself. It's not designed for you to love yourself. Especially being looking like somebody like me. You're designed to hate yourself. And then when you call it out, people, they make these stupid comparisons, Oh, well, this person, I'm not going to even get into that. You know what I mean? It's just in your heart of hearts, when you say something, you know if you're being real or not. And you know when you're being a racist bastard. Yeah, you may see me talk about Adolf Hitler and stuff like that because I respect the man. I respect the power. You know what I mean? Plus, a lot of knowledge Adolf Hitler got from being racist, he got from America. Adolf Hitler, one of the original, the Nazis or the fascists or whatever, they would come to America. Because remember, they didn't just pop up just in a year. They'll come to America in the early 1900s, the early aughts of the 1900s and the 1920s. A lot of Nazis learned their game from America. They seen a fully functional country that was totally segregated. Whites over here, blacks over that. You have the blacks do, whatever. You have the blacks do the slave work, and you have the white people succeed and prosper. It is what it is, And yes, I know about the history of the Irish and all of that, how the Irish came over and they were called the white N-words and all that. Yes, I know about that. But then the Irish quickly got together, consolidated their efforts, went through the racial hierarchy and hazing, and they started to implement their anti-black hatred as well. I'm sorry, man. If you come from Tariq Nasheed, the Black Authority, Professor Black Truth, those are the people that I look up to. So it is what it is. I got to speak the truth. So You don't like it, unsubscribe, go to somebody else, because this is, I don't give a fuck. Go to your favorite guy, so you guys want to believe that guy. Go to the guy who, uh, he throws stones, and then as soon as a stone hits his house, all of a sudden he wants to cry and go out. And they didn't hurt me, and then an associate, not even associates. Some people you can't fuck with. You can't fuck with somebody that's on your side and on your enemy's side, and they know that you openly have beef with this person, but yet they want to try to side with this person. They're on Discord with this person. They're calling your raps crap in front of this person. They're shitting on you. That's somebody you can't really trust, can you? If you in the streets, would you trust somebody who's with your ops? Would you trust a bitch who's fucking on your ops, and she fucking you too? And next thing you know, you walk out to take the trash, and some ninjas come out, of a car, starts blitzing, start shooting you up like the Battle of Stalingrad. You can't trust people that be with the enemies either. You know what I mean? But go to that person that who throws stones and stuff at people. But as soon as somebody start attacking them, then they break down and cry. Go to people like that, man. But I ain't here for all that, man. I'm just here to make my little videos, release. I'm just kind of just angry now, kind of turned, Fuck it, man. Just keep your head up out there, man. This world is bullshit. This world is full of liars, trolls, and imbeciles. God damn. Motherfuckers.